Alert 6 starts with breaking news.
The breaking news we are following: a person is in the hospital after a crash. This happened near 118th and Harrison just after 6 o'clock this morning. Dispatchers tell us the victim's injuries are not considered to be serious. We'll make sure to update you about new details as soon as we know more.
And more breaking news. One person's hurt after an early morning crash. This is a live look at where the scene was. It's cleared now. This is near South 60th and V. Cleared up just a few minutes ago. Douglas County officials confirmed the crash happened just before 5:30 this morning. We don't know much about what happened here, but authorities say one person was taken to the hospital. So stay with First Alert 6 as we work to learn more about both of these breaking stories.
All right, it's good to have you with us early on this Monday morning. It is the week of Christmas, folks. We are finally here. I'm Erin Hartley.
I'm Cerise Cole, along with meteorologist Jared Lansford. Welcome back. Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lohr is here. Winter has arrived since we were all last here, but it's not going to feel like it at all today, Rusty.
Not even remotely close.
No, not even this morning, really.
Average high on a day like today is 36, and that's about where the temperature is right now. So that's a good starting point for what's going to be a phenomenal day. And it actually kind of sets the stage for the next couple of days. Pretty nice weather today and tomorrow. Now, it's still looking very mild for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but I think we're going to fall short of a record. And then one foggy Christmas Eve, and you can see I went ... and day. We are going to have quite a bit of low cloud cover and fog around both days. And with, well, it just being winter now, the sun angle is incredibly low, and it just doesn't burn off fog that forms in the morning. So one of those things that makes it very difficult to warm. So this weekend, we do have our next round of cold air trying to work its way in. I'll show you when that arrives in a bit. 37 degrees, a little bit of a south breeze, held the number up. We're at 28 for the feels like number right now. Current temperatures in the 30s for many of us. You can get a little wider view, and you can see where all those 30s are at the moment. Couple of 20s showing up. You factor in that breeze, and you do have wind chills down in the 20s. So the air's got a little bite to it this morning. You still want a heavy coat to step out. You won't need it all day, though. Snow to the northeast, and that's moving through the Chicago area, Great Lakes area. We'll see, there could be a delay or two farther to the east if this builds into something more, but notice it's moving out of Minneapolis if you're heading to the north, and bigger picture, that's really the only thing causing any problems. Some showers off to the west, but likely no big issues with those. So let's go through the forecast here. You can see where we're going to be with 30s at 9 o'clock, 50s by noon. We're looking at 50s all afternoon. Looks like it's going to be a great day. 57 by 3 o'clock, about 58 for that afternoon high. And then we start to fall back from there into the evening, a lot of 40s for all of us. 7, 8, 9 o'clock, still in the 40s by 10. Then overnight, we should be able to settle back into the 30s by this time tomorrow morning. And again, start off pretty similar, right around our average high, and then rebound significantly to 57 later on in the afternoon with quite a bit of sunshine. Looks like it's going to be a good day. Got some fog in play on Christmas Eve. We'll see how much of that develops in the morning and how much of we can get rid of. But like I mentioned, with the low sun angle, just very, very difficult to burn that off because we don't have a lot of heat to work with.
Okay. Let's talk about leading up to Christmas morning. Of course, you said the only thing that's really going to be impacting us is that fog.
Yeah, and it's a 2-day thing, the way it looks. So that's why I'm very concerned about it. We're probably not going to break the record high now, just given the fact that we're not going to have widespread sunshine to start with. You need every hour of sunlight to work in your favor this time of year to break a record, and we are not going to get that because of the fog in the morning, and it's going to be stubborn. So Christmas morning likely socked in with some fog. Temperature should be warm enough we avoid freezing fog, but it is going to be an issue driving around on Christmas Day and maybe for Santa as we make our way through the Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning. So that's what we'll watch for Christmas Day. We're on the mild side of this white line here, meaning we're in the warm air mass. So it's not a cold air mass moving in. It's more or less the fog just keeping us cold. The next cold blast from the north we'll actually dive in on Sunday the way it looks now. Sunday into Monday. The question is just how much of this do we catch? It looks like a 2-day deal, and then it moves out for the middle of next week, leading us to a pretty mild New Year's Eve heading into New Year's Day. So the 10-day forecast shows those 2 days. Never really cold enough to freeze or ice up with any moisture that tries to develop with the fog or maybe a little mist or drizzle. There's the cold day on Sunday, 37, and then we rebound pretty quickly after that up into the 40s, the way things are looking. So again, not as promising on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. If you got a little traveling to do, your biggest headaches, likely going to be some fog, especially as you're heading east into parts of Iowa as well.
Weather's still nice, though.
I can tell you, I drove back from Illinois yesterday, and when I started the drive, there was snow on the ground, mid-20s, windy, and then it just gradually warmed up more and more and more as I made my way west. So if you're going east, you'll have some of that on the ground.
Okay, that's good to know. All right. So this morning I was thinking, oh, the morning commute's going to be easy peasy because schools are out, whatever. But we had quite a few accidents.
Yeah, not a great start to the week as we had both of those crashes we brought you off the top. I want to give you a first look to where we stand with both of those. So let's start with 118th and Harrison. This is where we were looking at this one just off to the east of the I-80 and Giles interchange. Now you can see that interchange is a little slow at this point for what it's worth. So if you're heading into that area, watch for that. But we had all sorts of flashing lights that were in the distance as that scene at 118th and Harrison was happening. That looks to have cleared at this point. So if you're heading into that area, you should be looking at some pretty normal travel right around 118th and Harrison. So good news with that one for the update. Also, as you saw just a little bit ago, 60th, just off to the south of Q, has also seen their crash clear. That one had completely blocked the road to the south of Q for a little while, about an hour or so. That is now fully open, so don't have any problems with that one either. So good news with both of the updates with those two crashes. Aside from that, a little slow around 72nd and L, no big surprise with that one. A little slow here westbound as you're going on Highway 275 in Council Bluffs. That's a little bit more unique as you get past 24th, so watch for that. And then just a couple of areas where the traffic has started to pick up a little bit more. That includes Dodge right around 90th. As you're making your way on Maple, you got a little bit of some delays as you get close to 72nd or so. Remember, military is closed just to the north of that, so maybe some impacts from people trying to work around that. But mostly moving along pretty well. We don't have any new crashes that have developed, anything that's impacting traffic at this time in that vein. So hopefully we can continue to say that through the rest of the morning. We're going to check in here with holiday travel, though, and how things are going out at Epley and that coming up.
Okay. Jared, thank you very much. Update now to a story we have been following. Omaha police identifying the man found dead in a dumpster in Millard. He is 47-year-old Cord Trout of Omaha. This all started when police were called to the area of 135th and Discovery Drive Saturday night. That's just west of where the Millard Airport is. Homicide unit detectives are conducting follow-up investigations. Now, at this point, police say there is no threat to the public. Well, first responders rescued one person from a fire in the Blackstone district.
Yeah, it happened in the area of 38th and Jackson Saturday night. Crews got the flames under control in about 10 minutes. During the search, though, firefighters rescued one person. The person went to the hospital in critical condition. 10 people were forced to find another place to stay. No word just yet on what started the fire. Well, now to a power outage you may have noticed yesterday if you live West Omaha.
Yeah, hundreds woke up with that power after a car slammed into a power pole. This was the scene in the area of 120th and Blondo. As you can see, the car ended up flipped over on its side. The good news, the Douglas County dispatchers tell us that nobody was taken to the hospital. It also appears the outage was completely resolved.
We'll still ahead this morning, find out how one Omaha restaurant is helping out families in need today and tomorrow.
Yeah, plus another closer look at the forecast and traffic when we come back.
Welcome back, everybody. Taking a live look at Midtown Omaha on this Monday morning. I love driving through these lights on the way. It's like the perfect entrance into work every morning.
All set for work.
Well, sure hope your morning's getting off to a good start because we are in for a beautiful day. Doesn't feel anything like we're getting close to Christmas.
Not even remotely.
No.
We're gonna be closer to 60 than we are gonna be to Christmas. So enjoy what you got today. A lot of people out and about yesterday went and flew a kite in the park. My daughter had a great time. You can do so. Again today, it's going to be 10 degrees warmer. Absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of a breeze. You can see some places could get up near 60 degrees. It's going to be wonderful. 50s all the way around. Just have some high clouds every now and then. Phenomenal December weather to enjoy. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, like I mentioned. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day before a colder blast rolls in by next weekend. 37 feels like 28, so we do have some wind chills down in the 20s. First alert forecast takes us to about 58 for the high today, like I mentioned, after starting off in the 30s. But we talk about Christmas Day. It's been trending close to the record high for several days leading up to this, but now starting to see some hints that I think we're going to get some fog in the area, and that means it's tough to warm up. So I backed off from the record high quite a bit because once we build in that fog, temperatures just don't move. Maybe we get lucky and it erodes from west to east a little quicker and we can surge a little more, but usually this time of year that doesn't happen. So we'll have fog, clouds, and more of a struggle to warm, I think, on Christmas Day. So Christmas Eve and Christmas Day both contending with that. You can see here 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. By noon on Christmas Eve, we're still dealing with quite a bit of gray on the map. Doesn't go away entirely during the afternoon and then kind of reinforces Christmas Eve night as Santa's making his rounds. So it's going to be a foggy night. Might be kind of cool with looking at Christmas lights and stuff on an evening like this, heading into Christmas Day where we start off with fog and it's tough to get rid of. Go to 50 for the high on Thursday and Christmas Day and 55 by Friday with mostly cloudy skies. So a very mild stretch regardless, but not looking quite as good on Christmas Day.
Okay. Finally, the 10-day forecast is now the New Year's Eve forecast. Of course, a lot of people going to be out and about celebrating. How's that going to be looking for people?
Yeah, I tell you what, last 10 days of 2025 showing up on the 10-day forecast right now. We got a cold blast coming in Sunday. So watch for that to trend a little colder, but it looks like it rebounds in time for New Year's. There's New Year's Eve on Wednesday. I have 47, likely going to be 40s turning into 30s for New Year's Eve celebrations as you're going out, and it just looks mild even into early January. Warmer than average weather. Patterns starting to pick up a little bit, I think, as we start off the new year, so that might bring some more rain and snow chances. Don't have a lot of that in the 10-day forecast, but just beyond that into early 2026. Remember when we used to have to say, got to start writing 2026 on checks? Mm-hmm. How many people write checks anymore? But
I do.
All right, sorry. I put Cerise on the spot there.
All right, let's put Jared on the spot. How is travel looking across the country?
Yeah, so you're got a lot of people that are going to be hitting the roads, hitting the air. Not literally,
Flying.
but
Hitting the air. Okay.
let's look at the flights out of Epley and show you what it's looking like. If you're catching a flight, look at all that green that we have in place as far as our flight times. If you can't see it real well, let me help you out here. I can do a little bit of some drawing here for you. It's right in this stretch right here. Let's see if it'll work for me. There we go. Right on there. So look at all those on times. We have pretty much every flight that's leaving Epley today, save for a couple that leave late in the day with minor delays. Everything else is on time right now. So it looks pretty good. So we're going to be leaving Epley. On the roads, if you're maybe going to be heading out, looks pretty good locally. What you do have to watch for, though, a little bit of some snow that's making its way through Chicago. As long as that stays light, that hopefully won't be a problem for us. As you get to the Seattle area, they do have a little bit more going on there with some rain that's happening. So something to keep in mind if you're traveling into the Northwest. You'll need to make sure you're prepared for that. But not a lot in the middle of the country that should be impacting things. Travel looking pretty smooth. You're heading toward Kansas City, Des Moines. At this point, no big problems there. And even locally, you can see when we zoom in, we don't have a whole lot of problems after that busy start to our commute where we had a couple of those crashes that were impacting things. Both of those have cleared. And as far as how travel looks, not all that bad. Remember, we have a lot of schools that are out. It's Christmas week, so we don't have all of that traffic. So that is leading to a smoother commute. Just a couple of delays line up with some of those construction areas like on L Street near 72nd and 60th. So all told, pretty good start to our morning. Whether you're here, you're heading there, everywhere looking pretty good with how things are moving. Hopefully we can hold that as the case as we head through the next couple days.
Yeah, like the sound of it and the look. Jared, thank you. Well, a weekend crash sent 3 people to the hospital.
Happened nearby in the area of 32nd and Jackson yesterday morning. Here's a closer look at some of the damage. As of now, we don't know what caused that crash, but dispatchers do tell us a person's injuries are life-threatening. The others are not severe. We'll first alert you to any new details as soon as we know.
A first alert to some important deadlines for people in Valley looking to vote in the upcoming special city council election. If you need to update your voter registration or if you're voting for the first time, the deadline for online and mail registration is 1 week from today. The deadline to register in person at the election office is January 2nd. Valley will hold a special city council election on January 13th, conducted entirely through mail. 6 candidates are running for 2 open seats. Happening today, an Omaha restaurant is giving back to the community.
Avi's Tacos is collecting donations and offering family food pickup to help make the holidays a little bit brighter. Pickup times are today from 11 to 2 and then again tomorrow from 4 to 7. It's at the Frosty's Ice Cream Shop that's near 171st and Center. Well, coming up, would you take a ride on a flying car?
Probably not, but find out about the latest one on the market, plus a look at a classic holiday tradition when we come back. Would you?
Happening today, it is National Cookie Exchange Day.
Yes, of course, just in time for the holidays. So one way to celebrate, each person in a group bakes their own cookies. Then they exchange cookies to try different varieties. Here's a little history, by the way. Persia holds the title for baking the earliest cookies back in the 7th century.
All right, favorite cookies, guys, for the holidays specifically.
Oh, for the holidays. That throws in a little...
Ooh. So I personally wouldn't count chocolate chip as a holiday cookie.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I do. I still count chocolate chip. Because that's what Santa eats when you lay them out. Yeah, at least at our house, sugar and chocolate chip.
I was going to say monster cookies.
Like, that's your favorite?
Yeah, those little press cookies with the holiday shapes on them. I don't know if you ever made those. Those are pretty good too. They're kind of buttery ones.
What's your favorite cookie then? Since
I don't
you're not
know.
counting chocolate chip.
I mean, like sugar cookies are synonymous with, you know,
like the
in shapes
frosting on 'em?
of trees, yeah. Or, you know, the smashed chocolate ones with the powdered sugar. I think I saw some of them.
Oh,
The
yeah.
raspberry filled ones, peanut butter blossoms are all holiday cookies. So those are some of the favorites.
I wasn't thinking holiday cookie. I was just thinking any cookie. And so I like the chocolate chip. Those are my jam. Or a good snickerdoodle.
A lot of times I end up reaching for the M&M cookies when they
Yeah.
have the whole spread of all
Those
the
are good.
cookies.
Yep.
I got sent home with some chocolate chip cookies with my my goodie bag from being
That'll
in
make you feel
Illinois.
good.
So
Yeah.
Very nice.
can't wait to get in on those.
Yeah.
Any cookie fresh out the oven is good to
I was
me.
going to say, I rarely meet a cookie I haven't liked.
All right. All right. Well, it is a bird. It's a plane. No, actually, it's a flying car.
Take a look at the Jetson one. The company Jetson filmed a commercial featuring the vehicle in Pismo Beach, California. The CEO of the company says their mission is to become the Tesla of flying cars. Now, don't expect to travel them far. The flight time is only 20 minutes. They are available for order, but they will cost a pretty penny. Any guesses, anybody, before I say it? According to the website, the Jetson one will set you back $148,000.
They're just going right over the river and the ocean with that, huh?
Now, what'd you try? Too soon?
Anyway,
You know what? What did it say, 20 minutes?
Yeah?
yeah.
I'll go on a 5-minute ride. Guarantee you I'll go up and down probably a little bit better. As long
Over
as the
any
battery-
oceans?
As long as the battery
I'm
doesn't
going
run
over
out.
the ocean.
I know.
Yeah. I'll try later.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely maybe.
Definitely
maybe.
maybe. Gotcha. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to get ready for our update in today's show. Of course, you can watch it here on streaming or over the air.
Have a great start to your Monday.
Live from WOWT, First Alert 6 starts now.
Good Monday morning, everybody. It is 7:26. I'm Cerise Cole.
And I'm Erin Hartley. A lot to get to this morning. An update on the forecast and the roads first with Jared.
And we are a little bit smoother with our travel than how it started off this morning. Both the crashes we had this morning have cleared, but we do have some slow travel on 370 as you're going westbound between about 36th and 48th. Here's the view of what we got, and you can see that we are moving. It's just not maybe the quickest of speeds that we are seeing as we're getting things up and running this morning. We are looking at a lot of our roads in pretty good shape, though. We look at the overall map. You can see, of course, 72nd and L is slow. Any of those major construction zones going to have some small delays, but mostly moving along pretty well. And if you're heading out of the area, pretty smooth through much of the upper Midwest for your holiday travel. Rusty.
Thanks, Jared. Pretty quiet out there right now in our area as far as the weather goes. You can see the high clouds that are building in over the course of the morning. We might get a few of those from time to time. 37 degrees, feels like 28. With that south wind, the south wind's been holding the number up. This is about where our average high should be this time of year. And this is where we're starting the day, mid-30s. As you head out, we'll turn those into upper 50s today. Probably the warmest day of the week, although tomorrow's going to get close. Sunshine and 58 by 4 o'clock today. Wind gust forecast out of the south up near 20 miles per hour. So what we're looking at here is just a little bit of a breeze, a reinforcing wind that helps warm us up. We'll get more warmth tomorrow, but northeast wind, so not quite as conducive to warming. 57 there. Then we get some fog Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Very tough to get rid of. That's why we've cooled things off a little bit both those days. Cerise?
Rusty, thank you. Some breaking news this morning. One person's in the hospital after a crash at 118th and Harrison.
Happened just after 6 this morning. Dispatchers tell us the victim's injuries are not considered to be serious. We'll make sure to update you as soon as we know more.
Well, it is 7:28. We're back with another update for you in about 25 minutes. We'll see you then.